Hey guys. So I thought I'd do a movie review for Mickey 17. This movie came out a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, so I'm a little late, but I thought I'd just do a review about it. So this movie was good. Um, it's not a movie where like you can really talk about it a lot. It's more of like it's not deep, but it's not too. It's not bad. That's not a bad thing about the movie. I know Bong Joon-ho, the director of this movie. He's kind of known for movies like that, where it's like a little deeper, maybe, or has some sort of meaning behind it. Um, but this movie was more of just a like, fun movie, honestly. And it does it pretty well. Like the first 30 minutes of the movie, first 30, 20 minutes of the movie were a little boring. It was a bit slow. But I'm not sure if that could have been done better. I feel like that might have been a setup for the rest of the movie, and it kind of needed that. But it does pay off after that 30-minute mark, I think. Um, it starts to kind of, you start to get invested in the characters, but not just the characters, like the drama, the characters' feelings, Nasha. That's another thing I really liked about the movie is Nasha and her relationship with Mickey, or Robert Pattinson's character. I thought it was really well done, and not only was it really well done, like Nasha's character was just so well written. I know like she was a bit like one-dimensional, but it was still really well written. Her mannerisms, her personality, um, her like acting was really good. The girl who played Nasha was like the entire cast did really good. Um, and there was like scenes with Nasha and Robert Pattinson which felt so real. Like they had a montage of Nasha and Mickey's character like getting intimate, and it was so realistic. Like I remember looking at that, and I was like I felt a craving almost. I felt this sort of like, oh, like I want that intimate craving or intimate connection, if that makes sense. Um, I thought that was really well done. It was very like heart, like it touched my heart a little bit. Um, but yeah, like the rest of the movie, it really just picks up from there. Um, I like what they did with Mickey 18's character, where like first I didn't understand why he was so ruthless and like almost sociopathic. He was just so willing to kill Mickey 17's character. Um, And I think, honestly, like it's a little shady still, even after watching the movie. Like he just tried to kill his. Maybe it's the thought process behind it, where he was like, "Oh, he's gonna come back or something." I don't know. But once Mickey 18 did realize that Mickey 17 wasn't gonna come back once he died, he did let him go. I think, if I remember correctly. Um, and I love again the dynamic between Nasha and Mickey 18, and then Mickey 17. She loves them both, from what it seems like. I remember watching a snippet from a video where Nasha's talking about her character, and she basically loves every single iteration of Mickey. Um, and that's another thing to think about. Every single Mickey has its own personality traits and quirks to the point where it almost seems like a different person. Mickey 18 seems like a different person almost. Like really. There's not a lot of similarities between them. Um, but it does it so well. Robert Pattinson acted it so well. At first, I thought maybe like Mickey 17, he had this weird nasally voice, and I wasn't sure if it worked or not. But Robert Pattinson had so much range. He acted it so well. Like it was really believable. Like Mickey 18, he, I loved his rage. I loved his anger when he's talking to Mickey 17's character and he figured out what Mark Ruffalo's character did to him. He goes, "What? Are you gonna thank him now? Like, what are you gonna do?" Um, I love that. But I also love Mickey 17's character, like the timidness, the anxiety. Um, I loved both of their characters. It was just done really well, and Robert Pattinson embodied them really well. Um, I also liked um, like the ending where it's that climax. I thought it was satisfying, honestly. I think I saw some people like complaining about it. It felt like um, the movie what didn't wrap up uh, some pieces, but I thought it wrapped up pretty nicely, honestly. I don't know what pieces people are talking about that didn't get wrapped up. I thought everything really did get touched upon on the ending. The only thing I saw people really critiquing was Mark Ruffalo, but I was fine with it. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it's realistic. It's kind of what our political climate is at right now. He's obviously like a Trump um, parable, parable, and like it's realistic. Like that is our political climate. And Mark Ruffalo does really good in in some of these exaggerated roles. Like when he did Little Poor Things, his character was done really well. I thought he did so good. And in the same one, this character is really one-dimensional. So I think he did what he could with it. Maybe a little bit overacting sometimes, but like that's kind of what the character is. So maybe that's the fault of the writers, if it's anybody's fault at all. Um, but I thought he did well too. And again, the I forget the girl's name, his love interest. She did really well too. Um, but yeah, overall the movie was really good. There is just like one snippet I think people missed is I think I saw somebody say this is why Mickey 18 was so different from Mickey 17 is because somebody when Mickey 18 is getting recloned, um, a wire falls out of his head. So that's why he seems so different. But I mean, I don't know. But yeah, overall, I'd rate this movie a 7 out of 10. I would definitely be willing to rewatch it. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch in theaters. Thank you.